Okay, happy Wednesday, everyone. And I just want to welcome you to our masterclass web/webinar on how to build your own lead accelerator. This is going to be a step-by-step system for lead generation. And this is something that we've been doing for our clients for a while now. But as I get into this, I want to start off by just saying this is not going to be a sales webinar. There is going to be one point that I'm going to stop and I'm going to make you an offer because you're going to have to build this platform out on something. And we do have a marketing platform that allows you to integrate everything that you're going to need in order to build your lead accelerator. And it can be built out in this platform. So that's going to be the only thing. It'll be less than 7 minutes. I'm going to say that a sales pitch. The rest is going to be telling you how you can build this lead accelerator and how it will generate additional revenue or leads for your business. All right. So with that, I'm going to get started. The first thing I want to do is just tell you a little bit about our business. We are ELITE Mastermind. My name's Bert Lonkard. I'm one of the co-founders of ELITE Mastermind, along with my partners Peter Jepson and John Zentmeyer. And through ELITE Mastermind, we work with business owners to help build a sustainable business growth. So we want to help businesses grow, and we do that by working on four different pillars. The first is leadership. You got to make sure that you have the right leadership for your business in order to have a sustainable, solid base. Then you got to have the right team. Do you have the right people in place? Do you have everyone that you need? All the seats on the bus and the butts in the seat. So do you have that in place? Then we focus on finances. And really, finances may be, we've got it as the third one, but it may actually be the first one that we should work on because it's important that you can grow your revenue on the top line, but if you're not taking it to the bottom line, then you're wasting a lot of money, especially in the area of taxes. If you look at it, taxes are our biggest expense in business. And if we can find a way to reduce the taxes that we pay legally, then we take more money to the bank. And then the last pillar is growth. Now, most business owners immediately say, well, that's the first thing I want to do is grow. But if you look at it, leadership, team, and finances really provide a sustainable base for growth. If you don't have that sustainable base and you start growing, then your infrastructure can crumble. If you don't have the right team to deliver what you're selling, then you're going to start losing clients and you're going to be worse off than before you started to grow. So that's really what we do. But we found that when we started working with business owners, the first thing they always said was, we want to grow. Every business wants new leads so that they can grow. And so we want to make sure that we're providing the business owners that we work with what they feel they need, and then we work with them to get that sustainable base on the bottom half so that growth can be sustained. All right, so few business owners have a system to acquire new leads. Okay, they may get new leads. You may be one of those business owners, especially in the construction and trades industry, that goes out and they purchase leads from someplace. But in most cases, you're probably buying shared leads. Those leads are being given to other contractors as well, and then you have to compete with them. The best thing to do is go out and generate your own leads, and that's the way we do it with our lead accelerator that we do build out for clients. But I want to tell you what we do here and how we do it so that you can build your own. Now, the first thing we need to do is talk about the buyer's journey. All right, you've probably heard about this before, but it's when someone starts thinking about needing your product or service to actually making that purchase. So initially, if you run, and we're going to be building this off of Meta Facebook ads, that's what we do with our program. And so if you look at it, the people that click on your ads first only about 5% of those business owners not business owners, but prospects are ready to buy right now. And the higher the ticket price is for what you're selling is, the fewer are now buyers right now. The rest are looking to try to understand exactly what your service or your product could do for them. So they are either future buyers or they are soon to be buyers. Well, what's the difference in that? Well, future buyers are those buyers that may be 6 months, maybe a year, maybe even longer than that from actually making a purchase. They've just thought about your service. They're thinking about what it could do for them, how it could change their life, and they're gathering information. The soon-to-be buyers are those that have done some research. They're starting to understand what it is that they want, but they too are probably 3 to 6 months away from being a now buyer. Your future buyers, they're looking for the benefits of the ownership. And they're asking the question, why should I buy? The soon-to-be buyers they're in the objections mode. They're trying to talk themselves out of it. The question they're asking is, why shouldn't I buy? And then finally, the now buyers, those that we really want they're just looking for the vendor selection. They're looking at who they're going to give their money to and who should I buy from. But in order to get someone from a future buyer to a now buyer, they need information. And the business that can provide them with that information is going to be the business that will at least get that appointment booked and give you an opportunity to present your case as to why you're the business that they should you're the company that they should do business with. Does it make sense? All right, so let's jump into this. I mentioned that we build our platform off with through Meta ads, and that's both Facebook and with Instagram. So the first step is you've got to build good ads. And in order to have a good ad, the first thing you've got to do is have a good image or a good video. Video is always better. Images, if it's the right images, are good, but you've got to stop the scroll. When you think about it, when you're on your phone, you start going through Facebook and you're just moving your finger up and down like this, just very quickly. And hey guys, I just realized I'm probably not sharing. Do y'all see my screen?
I can now.
Okay, I apologize for that, guys. Let me go back and just talk again. So the image that you've got, it's got to stop the scroll, and then from that point, you've got to have a headline that captures their attention. So in this one is your dream kitchen starts here. Then from that point, you've got to have a hook. So they've seen an image they like or a video they like. They've seen a headline, and the hook in this ad is design your dream kitchen, start with our free guide. We always offer something of value to our prospects or our customers' prospects in order to get them to trade their information being their name, their email, and their phone number, so that we can have a conversation with them through email, through text, and other ways, or even pick up the phone and call them, so that we can start that dialogue to helping them achieve whatever it is that they're looking to do when they clicked on the ad. The next thing is the ad copy. So this explains a little bit more about what it is that they're going to get. So in this, it's uncover the key questions to designing your ideal kitchen that you may not have considered. Download our free guide to get started on your dream kitchen today. And then finally, it's the call to action, which is the button that they can go to, and it will either take them to a landing page, or they can do a native form that's on Facebook or Instagram, so that they can fill out the form and then they can get the valuable resource. Now, we recommend that you create 2 to 4 variations of your ads. You want to test this. You want to have different headlines, different images, different hooks, or maybe the same hook but stated in a different way to get as many people clicking on your ads as possible. Now, I mentioned the valuable resource. We create a PDF that's anywhere from 12 to 16 pages for our clients that gives a valuable resource for someone. This is an example of one we do. It's not a business that we are actually working. It's just a mock-up, but we actually have a PDF that answers the questions that most people that are looking to get their home remodeled, questions that they hadn't even thought about. And they can go through this and it helps them understand exactly what they need to be looking at, the questions they need to be asking of the people or the businesses that they're looking to partner with in order to get their dream remodel job done. So you're giving your prospects something that they're willing to trade their information in order to get. All right, so once they get that, or they can get it in a couple of different ways. They can go to, like I mentioned, a native form within Meta, or they can go to a landing page. We build these landing pages out for our clients, but they're very simple to do. You just have to have the right tools in order to build these. And they can go to the landing page and actually do the download, or once they get the download, it takes them to what we recommend would be a video from the business owner in order to invite them to book a call with them on their calendar so they can talk about their consultation or talk about what they're wanting to do with their kitchen. So in order to prepare for that, you need to create some type of questionnaire for the business owners to fill out their information. And it can be information as simple as, this is what my current kitchen looks like if it's a kitchen remodel. This is what my dream kitchen might look like. This is what I plan on doing with my kitchen. So these are the types of questions you can ask. This helps you prepare to have that conversation with your prospect once they book an appointment. All right. So with what we just talked about, these are people that are going directly to your landing page. These are the ones that are ready to book. These are your now buyers, that 5%. But what about those future buyers and soon to be buyers? How are we going to get them? They clicked on the ad, they downloaded the resource, but now what do we do with them? How do we get them engaged with what we sell or encourage them to book an appointment? Well, you've got to have an automated follow-up system. And that would include a CRM, a customer relationship management tool, a place to house all your leads coming in, a landing page or funnel builder that allows you to give a place for these prospects to go to get more information about what it is that you do and how you do it. You've got to have a marketing automation or workflow builder. This can be ActiveCampaign or HubSpot Marketing Hub. An email marketing platform such as MailChimp or Constant Contact. And email is really good, but as you know, not everybody opens their email all the time. Excuse me, guys. Let me get a drink. So, since not everybody opens their emails, especially if they don't recognize who it came from, SMS or texting is an ideal way to reach your prospects. While people may not open their emails, they're more than likely going to open their text messages. You can use either Twilio or simple texting for that. Online scheduling or booking, you can use Calendly or Acuity scheduling. And then finally, the Facebook ads management tool itself. You can use Meta ads. It works. It's a little complicated. There's other platforms out there. Ad Espresso is one of them. And you can use that to help manage and build your ads out. So, but for all of these tools, and I'm getting into the sales piece right now. For all of these tools, the monthly subscription rate for that would be somewhere between $450 to $600 a month. And so I want to introduce you to the Elite Client Marketing Platform. All right, with Elite Client, you get the CRM, you get the landing page, you get the marketing automation, you get the email platform, you get the SMS texting platform, you get the online scheduling booking calendar, and you get the Facebook ads management tool. So you get all of that in one platform, and they talk to each other very well. If you get all of these other subscriptions like HubSpot and ClickFunnels, they will work together, but they're not seamless. And in some situations, you may have to get another third-party tool such as Zapier in order to put that in so they can talk to each other. But in addition to that, with Elite Client, you also get communication and calling features like missed call text back. So if somebody calls into you and they don't get you, they get a text back saying, "Hey, we're sorry we missed your call. How can we help you?" Then you get a reputation management for automated reviews. So Google reviews are very important, especially when you're selling something at the price point of a remodel or a custom home or a landscaping project, something like that. So people are going to go out and research you on Google. And it's very important that your Google reputation is managed so you can have a reputation management tool right within the Elite Client platform. You can also do payments and invoices, communities, memberships, and everyone's talking about AI. You can actually do voice AI and conversational AI right within the Elite Client platform. So the Elite Client monthly subscription is $297. Compare that to what it is to go out and get all these other tools. We would love to have you as a client, but that's not what we're here for. We'll give you an opportunity if you want to move forward with this later. And if you stay to the end of the webinar, then we're going to offer you a discount on this. All right, so going back, how do we reach the 95% of future or soon-to-be buyers? Well, you've got to have an automated follow-up system. They've clicked on your Facebook ad, they've raised their hand, they say, "I'm interested." They've given you their email, they've given you their name, and they've given you their phone number. All right, so now they fall into what we call a lead nurture system. All right, so the first thing is that they didn't book an appointment, they didn't go to the landing page, so they go into a lead nurture and they start getting emails, not selling them, but giving them that vital information that they're looking for in order to make their decision. And we'll look more at the new lead nurture sequence because that's one of the most important. We'll look more at that in a minute. But then the next automated sequence is if they do book an appointment with you, you want to make sure that they show up. So we actually provide, well, I'm sorry, number two is that if they go to book an appointment, but they don't complete the booking, then we want to have a completely different set of communication with them to try to get them to go ahead and make that final decision to book that appointment. And then three is if they book that appointment, we want to make sure they show up for the appointment. So we send them a series of reminders both through email and through text messaging so that we're trying to ensure, if at all possible, that they show up for their appointment. But, as always, you've probably experienced it, you're going to have situations where someone books an appointment with you, but they haven't shown up. And they're just a no-show, or possibly they were generous enough to go ahead and send you a cancellation out there. But they've already raised their hand. They're interested. We want to try and get them back on your calendar. And so we have a sequence of emails and text messages trying to get them to reschedule. And then finally, if the new lead nurture campaign doesn't work, we put them in a long-term nurture campaign that's not quite as aggressive. It's still information that we're providing them, helping them down that buyer's journey. but it's not as frequent, and it's not as long. We're just trying to keep your business top of mind in order that when they do make that decision, you're one that they want to look at. In addition to that, you need to build a lot of emails and text notifications internally so that your team knows when someone has downloaded the valuable resource, or when someone has booked an appointment. The last thing you want to do is miss an appointment or miss an opportunity to reach out to someone that's raised their hand and said, I'm interested in this. Also, in the platforms that I shared with you earlier, and in the Elite Client platform, you can get a dedicated telephone number, and we recommend this highly so that you know where your leads are coming from. If they call into you, you want to be able to track who calls in. So get a dedicated line just for the lead accelerator and make sure that that's forwarded to your main number. All right, so getting back to the new lead nurture campaign. This is a series of emails, either 6 to 8, that's sent out every 2 to 3 days. And it starts with the email giving them the button to click to download the valuable resource. But then it follows up in 2 days with some more information about what they may be looking for. Again, they're looking for information. We give them that information about what they may be looking for. And then we offer to help them even more by scheduling an appointment. And so we go through this over a 2 to 3 week period with emails and text messages trying to get them to book an appointment. If over that 2 to 3 week period they don't book, then we move them into a long-term nurture campaign, which would be a series of 8 to 10 emails that would be sent weekly. Again, we're not going to be quite as aggressive. The emails may be a little shorter, but we're giving them valuable information and we're actually asking them to book. So these are easy with AI now, with ChatGPT, with Claude. You can go out and you can have AI write you out emails, and they'll be pretty good, and you'll get better as you move forward through this process and learn it. All right, if you noticed the emails that we just looked at, these are branded. We make sure that we brand all of the emails for our clients so that they look professional. So let me recommend that you make sure you have your logo and your company color palette integrated into the emails. If for our clients, if they don't have a logo that they want to use, we actually create that and the color palette for them. All right, so this is a picture, the snapshot of what the lead accelerator looks like. It starts off with attraction. That's the Facebook ads. We put the ads out there to get people to say, okay, I'm interested in that, and raise their hand. Then we want to provide them with a valuable resource or free guide to capture their information. We're trading that for them. We're giving them something for their name, their email, and their telephone number. So we're capturing that information, and then that allows us to start marketing to them through a nurture campaign. And that's with the landing pages, that is with SMS messages or text messages, and that's with emails. With the next step being moving them to get to an appointment and then closing a deal. So what does that look as far as how that could be as far as new clients for you? All right, so in a given month, it wouldn't be unreasonable to have 1,000 clicks on your ads. Actually, that would probably be a very low number. But if you have 1,000 clicks, we'll see about 30% that would actually be a download of the valuable resources. If you market it correctly, if your Facebook ads instill in them the need, like, I need that in order to make my decision on where I'm going with my project. So in this scenario, if you've got 1,000 clicks, you get 30% of that, that's 300 leads that you're going to have. Now, out of those 300, remember I told you that there about 5% of leads are now buyers. You're probably going to have about 5% that are going to go ahead and book an appointment. So in this situation with 300 leads, 5%, that is 15 booked consultations. All right. So the next step is you book the consultation. How good is your team on selling? Well, in this scenario here, I've got 25% close rate. Your team probably is better than that. Hopefully they are better than that. Hopefully they're not worse than that. But in that situation, if you can close 25% of your booked appointments, that's going to give you 4 new projects a month. Now, you'll have to do the math yourself for what that's going to mean for you, what your net profit is off of that lead. But I'm going to give you an example. I tell you what, I'm going to pause right here for a second. Guys, do we have any questions that have come in yet?
No, we don't have.
Any questions?
Yeah, what is the what kind of expectation as far as additional bookings coming from that nature of contractor?
Okay, John, I can't hear you. Any Peter, any questions?
I just, we like to approach the pricing, how do you think through pricing? And I'm sure it depends on each business and where they're at. What can you give some guidance in that regard?
When you say pricing,
What's it cost for any part of this or all of it?
well, so the platform that it can be built off of, if you choose to go with the Elite client, would be $297 a month, with a little surprise here in a few minutes. But if you're asking, what it costs in order to build a lead accelerator out,
Yeah,
that all depends on what the business is looking for. And so, but it's something that we would love to book an appointment with if someone is interested in having us do it. That's not really the purpose of this training. We're trying to teach
how to do
all
it.
you guys how to build your own. But if you'd like to talk with us about building one for you, we can certainly do that, and we'll have an opportunity for you to book an appointment with us at the end of the webinar.
So with this help, is it something that most business owners can do? Can I do it?
You can do it. It takes a little bit of expertise in understanding the platforms, but if you're using our Elite client platform as the base, we'll always be there for the opportunity to bounce questions off of us
Good.
on how to use the
That's what I was
platform
wondering.
and
Just the support.
some other questions you'll have.
Yeah,
Okay.
you bet.
All right. So we'll move on. This is an example of one of our clients. He's a construction client, actually a pole barn builder, which was kind of unique for us. But this is a little bit of information around his 90-day return on investment. So when you looked at what he paid to have his lead accelerator built out, the cost of the Facebook ads, and that is another cost. When I talked about the platforms that you have to run this, you also have to pay for the Facebook ads in order to be able to get the leads. But this 30-day or 3-month investment that we have up here is all in for the lead accelerator, the monthly payments for the Elite client, and the Facebook ads. So he spent about $14,200 over a 90-day period. For him, an average job net revenue is about $15,000. So his break even was only one client. If in a 3-month period he could book one additional client because of the lead accelerator, then he more than paid for his investment in the Facebook ads, the build out of the lead accelerator, and the monthly Elite client. So, but none of us are in business to break even, are we? we're looking to make a profit. So in this situation, again, we're looking at in order to get to that even deal, appointments needed, assuming a 25% close rate, he needed 4 bookings to be booked over a 90-day period. And then the leads needing, assuming that only 5% of those appointments actually were set, would be 80 leads that they would need from the Facebook ads in order to get 4 bookings, in order to get 1 client, in order to get $15,000 in net revenue and cover and have break even on all the costs for the lead accelerator. Well, from November to January, these are the results that he had. He had 296 people that raised their hand. They downloaded the leads. So he got 296 leads. If he can get 25% closed on that, that's a pretty good return on the investment, wouldn't you say?
Very.
And this is a testimonial from our pole barn builder. They simplified everything for us. Now we have full control over how many leads and appointments we get each month. The system is a game changer. All right, so that's what you need in order to build out a lead accelerator. You need to be able to build out your Facebook ads, provide a valuable resource. From that resource, you're going to get their name. They're going to get all their information, their name, their email, their phone number. And then you've got to market to them through automation. And so in order to do that, again, this is the a la carte software suite that you would need in order to do that. $100 for, and I just pulled out some of the more popular ones, and I didn't get the lowest tier and I didn't get their highest tier, but just to give you an average. So HubSpot, $100 a month. ClickFunnels, $197 a month. Active Campaign, $49 a month. Constant Contact for their calendars is $35 a month. Simple Texting is $39 a month. Calendly is $16 a month. And Ad Expresso for the Facebook ad management would be $99 a month. So all told, to get the software in order to run the lead accelerator would be $535 a month. But Elite Client Marketing Platform, as I mentioned earlier, is $297 a month. It's a pretty good deal, and it's all integrated together. There's nothing you have to do. It all talks to each other. You don't have to set up any integrations between any of the platforms. You've got one login for Elite Client, where you would have a separate login for each of these other 7 platforms. But for anyone on the webinar today, it's not going to be $297 a month. We're going to cut that, and for webinar special, anyone that either books an appointment today or raise their hand and lets us know that they're interested in the $197 a month for the Elite Client, we'll meet with you, we'll get you set up, and then we'll start working with you on an onboarding process. All right. So with that, any more questions?
Oh, very good.
So if you're looking to grab your spot, hey John, can you mute out? If you're looking to grab your spot, you can scan this QR code, and that will take you to a calendar, and you can book. Anyone that's booked on this calendar in the next 24 hours, you'll get the 30% discount on the Elite Client. You can also reach out to us at ELITE Mastermind at info@goelitemastermind.com. If you have any questions, or if you want us to just send an email, if you're having problems getting booked, you want to send us an email and say, hey, I'm interested in the webinar special, send us that, and we'll get an appointment booked with you and go ahead and get you signed up. If you're also interested in us building a lead accelerator out for you, we can do that. We'll just need to get on a call with you, find out what it is you're looking to do, and get you set up. We can go over, do a complete demo of it, and let you know exactly what we can do for your business and in your industry. Okay, well, if no more questions, we will end the webinar. I'll wait just a couple of minutes.
Thank you very much.
All right. So thank y'all for attending. I'll give you a little bit of your day back, and we will talk with you soon.